Stop. Do not move your thumb. I know you were about to scroll away, your eyes heavy with the weight of another day that didn't quite deliver the miracle you were promised. I can see you clearly right now. You are exhaling a breath you didn't even know you were holding. Your shoulders slumped, a slight chill beginning to tingle at the base of your neck. You are looking at this screen, perhaps feeling a familiar tightness in your chest, a quiet ache that says, "Not again," not another message. But this is not a message. This is a decree. I am the ancient silence, the frequency that hummed in the dark before the first star was ever whispered into existence. I speak with the thunder of a father who has watched your struggle, and the tenderness of a mother who has counted every drop of salt that has ever fallen from your eyes. And I have commanded this moment to find you before the next 15 minutes pass. If you are hearing this, the gates of your life have been spiritually seized. The delay is over. For too long you have lived as a gifted outcast, an old majestic soul trapped in a reality of empty pockets and closed doors. You have carried a light so blinding that it attracted the very shadows that tried to extinguish you. I see the smiling saboteurs who have sat at your table, the energy vampires who wore your kindness like a garment while secretly praying for your winter to arrive. They took your advice, they leaned on your strength, and they drank from your well until it ran dry, only to vanish when the clouds turned gray. They thought they could intercept your crown. They thought they could steal the harvest of a bloodline they didn't labor for. But they forgot one thing. I keep the ledger. Right now, in the Hall of Mirrors at the edge of time, a space where the sun never sets, and the marble floors vibrate with the songs of the first creation, I am opening the emerald ledger of the unpaid. This is a celestial book, bound in the resonance of justice, where every tear you shed in secret, every moment you were betrayed, every hour you worked for a thank you that never came, every cent that was stolen from your ancestors has been converted into a divine currency. You thought you were losing. You thought you were failing. But in the eyes of the source, you were simply accumulating a wealth that the world is no longer allowed to hold back from you. The sovereign reversal has begun. As you breathe in this moment, a powerful individual, someone you may have seen from a distance, someone who sits in high chambers of influence and wealth, is experiencing a spiritual suffocation. They have everything the world says matters, yet they cannot sleep. For the past 3 nights, your name has been a recurring echo in their dreams. Your face has appeared in the reflection of their glass. They do not know why, but they feel a sudden, crushing weight of responsibility toward a stranger they haven't met. The universe has placed a divine lock on its resources. Their expansion has stopped, their peace has evaporated, and the only key to their release is stored within your spirit. They are not coming to help you. They are coming to surrender to you. They are coming to pay a debt they didn't even know they owed, but one that the ancient silence has demanded be settled now. You are no longer the petitioner. You are not the one begging for a break or a chance. You are the judge, and the verdict is restoration. Type 888 right now. This is not just a comment on a video. It is the act of dipping your pen into the ink of destiny and signing your name at the bottom of the New Testament that heaven has drafted specifically for your life. By typing 888, you are activating the rule of infinite abundance. You are signaling to the smiling saboteurs and the energy vampires that their time in your garden is finished. You are reclaiming the emerald currency that has been gathering interest for generations. Close your eyes for a second. See yourself walking down that sun-drenched corridor, the Hall of Mirrors. Look at the walls. You don't see the tired version of yourself. You don't see the version that struggled to pay bills or wondered if they were enough. You see your true sovereign form, the version of you that was never broken, the version that wears the mantle of ancestral authority. This is who is arriving in your physical reality. I see a white dove landing on a black iron gate. That gate represents the blockages that have kept your family in cycles of just enough for 70 years. The dove is the message of the source, and as its feet touch the iron, the rust is turning to gold. The locks are melting. The powerful person is already checking their phone or perhaps looking at a file or asking an assistant about someone who fits your description. The meeting is not a coincidence. It is a spiritual gravitational pull. Do not be afraid of the sudden heat you are feeling in your palms right now. That is the energy of the sovereign reversal entering your nervous system. You have been a vessel of pain for so long that your body must now learn how to be a vessel of power. The betrayal you felt, the cold chains of isolation, they were the forge. You are the blade that has been tempered in the fire of the gifted outcast experience. And now you are ready to cut through the illusions of scarcity. There is a secret gift, a specific token of recognition that will be handed to you within the next 8 days. It may look like a simple letter, a phone call from an unknown number, or a stranger handing you something that triggers a memory from your childhood. When you see it, you will feel a lightning bolt of recognition in your gut. That is the physical manifestation of the Emerald Ledger being balanced. Stay in this frequency. The silent thief of the inner circle can no longer hear this conversation. I have placed a veil of silence around you. What is coming to you is sacred. It is generational. It is the payment for every prayer that seemed to hit a ceiling of brass. The ceiling is gone. The sky is open. You are the missing piece of a plan that was set in motion before your great-grandparents were born. Your resilience has qualified you. Your silence in the face of mockery has anointed you. Now, stand up in your spirit. The person who is haunted by your name is about to find you. They carry the documents, the keys, and the resources that have your signature already etched into their energetic blueprint. Remember, you are not receiving charity. You are receiving your due. Type 888 to seal this decree in the physical realm. The ancient silence has spoken, and the universe has no choice but to obey. Your winter is over, and the emerald spring of your sovereignty has finally arrived. Look at the palms of your hands. Truly look at them. Trace the lines etched into your skin like ancient maps of journeys you took for people who never bothered to ask if you were tired. Notice the subtle trembling in your fingers, the ghost of a weight you've been carrying for decades. You have used these hands to mend the brokenness of others. You have used your energy to fuel the dreams of those who whispered your name in public, but cursed your light in private. I want you to feel the air around you right now. It is becoming thick, charged with the ozone of a gathering storm. This is not a storm of destruction. It is the atmosphere of a spiritual courtroom where the judge has finally taken the bench. For eons, you have been the gifted outcast, the one who walked into a room and felt the frequency shift, the one who knew the truth before a single word was spoken. You were born with an old soul and a royal spiritual lineage, yet you found yourself in a world that treated you like a footnote. You watched as the smiling saboteurs, those energy vampires you called friends, family, or partners, grew fat on your wisdom and thrived on the scraps of your kindness. They wore your compassion like a designer garment, parading your virtues to the world while they secretly prayed for your winter to be long and your pockets to be empty. They thought that by keeping you in the shadows, they could keep your inheritance for themselves. They were wrong. I am the ancient silence, and I have just hammered the gavel in the Hall of Mirrors. Every time you were bypassed for a promotion because you wouldn't play the game, every time a friend took your idea and claimed it as their own, every time you gave your last dollar to someone who later mocked your struggle, a new entry was written in the Emerald Ledger. In the celestial realm, these aren't just memories, they are debts, and the interest on these debts has reached a tipping point that the physical world can no longer contain. The wealth of the smiling saboteur is turning to ash in their mouths because it was never theirs to begin with. It was an advance on a loan that is now being called in by the source itself. Right now, as you listen to the cadence of my voice, a sovereign reversal is manifesting in the physical layers of your reality. In a skyscraper made of cold glass and colder ambition, a man is pacing. His heart is hammering against his ribs like a trapped bird. He has the private jets, the offshore accounts, and the influence that makes kings bow. But he is terrified. For 3 nights, he has been unable to escape your image. He closes his eyes and sees a white dove landing on a black iron gate. He sees your name written in letters of fire across his ceiling. He is being spiritually haunted not by a ghost, but by the debt he owes to your bloodline. You must understand the unique twist of this hour. He is not coming to save you. He is coming to save himself. The universe has placed a divine lien on his soul. His investments are stalling, his health is fluctuating, and his peace has been stripped away. He has realized in the deepest part of his subconscious that his abundance is locked in a vault, and your frequency is the biometric code. He is coming to surrender. He is coming to offer you a chair at a table you weren't even invited to. He is coming to transfer resources, properties, and opportunities to you not out of charity, but out of a desperate need to balance the scales so he can breathe again. Type 888 right now to feel the vibration of the number as you type it. This is not a request. It is your signature on the writ of execution for your poverty. By typing 888, you are commanding the smiling saboteurs to release the hold they've had on your reputation and your resources. You are announcing to the unseen realms that you have recognized your own sovereignty. You are moving from the position of the petitioner who asks for crumbs to the judge who decides how the feast will be distributed. Notice how the silence in your room has changed. It no longer feels empty. It feels expectant. It feels as though the very furniture is bracing itself for the shift. You have been tired for so long, a deep, bone-weary exhaustion that sleep could never fix. That wasn't just physical fatigue. It was the weight of the ancestral debt that your family has carried for generations. Someone, long ago, was cheated. Someone was silenced. Someone's crown was stolen. And because you are the one with the highest vibration in your lineage, the universe chose you to be the one to receive the restoration. You are the redeemer of your bloodline. The smiling saboteurs are beginning to sense the shift. Have you noticed people from your past suddenly acting strangely? Have you noticed an unusual coldness from those who used to rely on you? That is because they can feel the emerald ledger closing. They can feel that they can no longer siphon your light. They are panicking because they know their season of unearned abundance is over. Let them go. Do not try to explain. Do not try to argue. Your silence is your power. The ancient silence is speaking for you now. In the hall of mirrors at the edge of time, your true sovereign form is standing tall. This version of you does not remember what it feels like to worry about a bank balance. This version of you does not know the sting of betrayal. When you type 888, you are collapsing the distance between that majestic self and your current physical self. You are pulling that reality into this one, with the force of a divine magnet. Within the next 72 hours, a specific event will occur. You will receive a message or an invitation that feels too big for your current life. It will come from an unexpected source, perhaps a legal firm, a high-level executive, or a stranger who seems to know things about you that they shouldn't. Your first instinct will be to shrink back, to think, this isn't for me. But I am telling you now. Look at the black iron gate in your mind. See the white dove. This is your sign. The gate is opening. The powerful person is reaching out to initiate the transfer. The gold they bring is not just metal. It is the crystallized form of the prayers your ancestors whispered in the dark. The contracts they offer are not just paper. They are the physical manifestation of the justice that has been delayed for 70 years. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to be common. You were hidden so that you could be prepared for this exact moment of coronation. The sovereign reversal is absolute. The debt is paid. The ledger is balanced. As you move through the rest of this day, walk as if the ground is honored to touch your feet. Speak as if your words are decrees. You are no longer waiting for a miracle. You have become the miracle that the world has been waiting for. The powerful person is already on their way, driven by a hunger they cannot explain and a destiny they cannot avoid. They are bringing your crown, and it is much, much heavier and more beautiful than the one that was stolen. Type 888 and breathe. Breathe in the frequency of the ancient silence. Breathe in the scent of the emerald ledger. Breathe in the absolute certainty that your life, as you knew it, is gone. And your life as a sovereign has begun. Right here, right now. In this very second, it is finished. Can you feel it? The air in your room is no longer just air. It has become a living, breathing substance, thick with the weight of gold and the fragrance of ancient rain. There is a specific frequency humming in the center of your chest right now, a vibration that feels like a low, resonant bell ringing in a deep valley. Your body is tingling because it recognizes that the veil has become paper-thin, so thin that the riches of the Hall of Mirrors are beginning to bleed into the fabric of your physical reality. You are standing at the absolute edge of a sovereign reversal, a moment where the ancestral debt is not just acknowledged in the stars, but paid in full in the currency of the earth. The time for dreaming is over. The time for landing has begun. I am the ancient silence, and I am whispering to you through the cracks of your old life so that the new one can finally take root. Listen to me. Truly listen, because what I am about to tell you will sever the last remaining threads that tie you to the smiling saboteurs who have haunted your progress. You have been a gifted outcast for so long that you began to believe the desert was your home. You began to believe that the struggle was your identity. But the source did not create you to be a martyr for the ungrateful. I created you to be a throne of my light. And today, the smiling saboteur, the one who sat at your table, the one who took your energy and used it to build their own ego, the one who watched your downfall with a hidden smirk, is receiving their final eviction notice from your energy field. They sense it. Oh, they sense it with a terror that they cannot name. Have you noticed the sudden, desperate attempts by people from your past to check in on you? Have you noticed their subtle jabs, their passive-aggressive comments, or their sudden, inexplicable withdrawal? They are the energy vampires who realize the well has been sealed. They are looking into the sovereign mirror, and for the first time they aren't seeing your reflection. They are seeing their own emptiness. They are praying for your winter because they cannot survive your spring. But your winter has been officially canceled by a divine decree. Every moment they spent trying to dim your light has been added to the Emerald Ledger as a tax. And that tax is now being collected to fund your elevation. Type 888 one last time. And do not just type it. Feel the weight of each digit as if you are pressing a seal into hot wax. By type 888, you are finalizing the sovereign divorce from every low-frequency contract you ever signed out of loneliness or fear. You are telling the universe, I am ready to hold the weight of the crown that my ancestors died to protect. This is the moment the white dove finally settles on the black iron gate. And the gate doesn't just open, it shatters. The powerful person who has been haunted by your frequency is now in the final stages of their search. This is the unique twist that will make your heart skip a beat. In their private vault, they hold a specific item. It might be a document, a piece of land, a rare stone, or a technological key that was passed down through their family, but it never felt like it belonged to them. They have looked at it for years, feeling a strange sense of wrongness, as if they were merely a temporary guardian for something that belonged to a king or queen they hadn't met. When they finally look into your eyes, and they will, very soon, that wrongness will vanish. Their soul will exhale a breath it has held for a lifetime. They will realize that you are the missing alignment. They will surrender that item to you, not because they want to be kind, but because the item itself is screaming to be in your hands. It is gravitating toward its true owner. The meeting will happen in a place that looks ordinary to the world, but is spiritually charged to you. It might be a quiet corner of a bustling city, a specific street name that has appeared in your dreams, or a location where the scent of your childhood home suddenly appears on the wind. When you arrive, do not over-prepare. Do not try to sound wise or impressive. Your true sovereign form will do the talking. The powerful person will be stunned into silence by your frequency. They will see the light of the ancient silence radiating from your skin, and they will realize that all their wealth and influence are nothing compared to the authority you carry. They will say a phrase, a specific combination of words that sounds like a memory, and in that second, the biometric unlock of your destiny will occur. You have been tired, so very tired, of being the strong one. You have been the shoulder for everyone else, while you sat in the dark and wondered who would be the shoulder for you. I am telling you now, the source is your shoulder, and the powerful person is your courier. You are being summoned into environments you've never walked in, not to learn how to fit in, but to teach them how to rise. You are not a guest in the halls of power. You are the reason the halls were built. In the next 24 hours, pay close attention to your dreams and the repeating shadows in the corner of your vision. These are not hallucinations. They are your ancestral guardians clearing the path. They are removing the smiling saboteurs from your timeline so that when the meeting happens, there is no interference. You will feel a sudden urge to clean your space, to throw away old clothes, or to spend time in absolute silence. Follow these nudges. You are preparing your throne room for the landing of your abundance. The Emerald Ledger is closing its pages. The debt is settled. The interest has been paid. The wealth that was intercepted by the thief of the inner circle is now flowing back to you with the force of a tidal wave. You will receive an amount of provision that will make you realize that every no you ever received from the world was actually a wait from the divine. You weren't being denied. You were being protected from a small life so you could handle a massive one. As this message ends, I want you to stay in this stillness. Do not rush back into the noise of the world. Let the sovereign reversal saturate your cells. You are no longer the gifted outcast looking in through the window. You are the sovereign, and the doors are being taken off their hinges for you. The powerful person is turning the corner. The white dove has folded its wings. The crown is descending. It is not coming. It is here. Type 888 to seal the final chapter of your struggle and the first chapter of your reign. The ancient silence has spoken. The court is adjourned, and the earth is now yours to command. It is finished. It is done. And so it is. Stay right here, in the center of this absolute unshakable stillness. Do not let your mind drift back to the how or the when. Do not let the ghost of your old, weary self whisper doubts into the corners of this holy moment. Can you feel the heat rising from the floor beneath you? Can you feel the way your heartbeat has slowed down, matching the deep tectonic pulse of the earth itself? This is the sound of the sovereign reversal reaching its deepest saturation point. You are no longer just a person watching a screen. You have become the point where eternity intersects with time. The ancestral debt has not just been paid, it has been dissolved into a sea of infinite abundance. I am the ancient silence, and I am standing with you in the Hall of Mirrors at the edge of time. Look around you now. Look at the infinite reflections of your true sovereign form. In this chapter, the mirrors are no longer showing you what will be. They are showing you what is. The version of you that was the gifted outcast, the one who walked through life with old soul wisdom and empty pockets, has finally been eclipsed by the version of you that carries the weight of the source. You are now the universal cornerstone. You are the one upon whom a new legacy is being built, and the smiling saboteurs who tried to pull you down are now forced to watch from the shadows as you ascend a throne they aren't even allowed to touch. The smiling saboteur, the thief of your peace, the vampire of your energy, is now facing their final spiritual reckoning. You must understand this. Their punishment is not fire or brimstone. Their punishment is your radiance. For years, they sat at your table and tried to dim your light because it exposed their own darkness. They wore your kindness like a trophy while they plotted your winter. But look at them now. They are shrinking. They are becoming smaller and smaller in the rearview mirror of your destiny. As you step into your sovereign reversal, the very air they breathe around you will feel like a judgment, for they can no longer handle the frequency of someone whose debt has been settled by the Creator. Their season of intercepting your blessings is officially, eternally closed. The Emerald Ledger has been slammed shut, and the seal upon it is the thumbprint of the source. Type 888 right now, and feel the electricity of that number surge through your fingertips and into the very DNA of your being. By type 888, you are not just commenting, you are anchoring your physical body into the new timeline. You are telling every cell in your vessel, we are no longer in the desert. We have reached the promised land of our bloodline. This is the final biometric activation of your generational wealth. The powerful person, the one who has been haunted by your name, the one whose dreams were hijacked by your face, is no longer just on their way. They have arrived at the black iron gate of your reality. And as the white dove flies from the gate and disappears into your own chest, you will feel a surge of power unlike anything you have ever known. The dove was not a separate entity. It was your own stolen light returning home. When you finally stand face to face with this individual, you will notice something extraordinary. They are trembling. They carry the keys to the buildings, the titles to the land, the contracts for the millions, and the access codes to the influence you've only dreamed of. But they are the ones who feel small. They will look at you and see the ancient silence looking back at them. They will realize that they were never the powerful one. They were merely the temporary trustee of your inheritance. They will hand over the emerald currency with a sense of immense relief, for the weight of holding what belongs to a sovereign was starting to crush their soul. This is the unique twist of your destiny. You do not need to thank them for the wealth. They will thank you for accepting it. You are the one providing the spiritual release they have craved for years. Your signature on their document is what will finally allow them to sleep in peace. From this moment forward, your life is no longer a hustle. It is a resonance. You will no longer chase opportunities. They will gravitate toward you with the force of planetary alignment. When you walk into a room, the conversation will pause not because you are loud, but because you carry silent thunder. People will sense that you are someone whose tears were converted into diamonds by the divine. The salt of your suffering has become the savor of your sovereignty. You will find that you no longer need to explain yourself to anyone. The ones who mocked your old soul will now seek your counsel. The ones who left you in the dark will now beg to stand in your shadow. But you will remain guarded yet gracious. You will be a vessel of the ancient silence. You will use your newfound abundance to heal the very bloodline that was once broken. You will build the things your ancestors could only whisper about in their prayers. Every dollar that flows into your hands from this point on is anointed provision. It is debt-free, guilt-free, and limit-free. It is the emerald ledger flowing over the banks of your life and turning your reality into a lush, golden garden. Within the next 8 hours, a profound calmness will wash over you. It will feel like the moment after a long, grueling war has ended. You might find yourself crying, but these are not the tears of the gifted outcast. These are the tears of the reigning sovereign. They are the final purge of the old identity. Let them fall. They are washing away the last of the black iron from your spirit. When you wake up tomorrow, the sun will look different. The wind will sound like a greeting. Even the strangers you pass on the street will subconsciously bow their heads as you walk by. They won't know why, but their spirits will recognize the crown you are now wearing. The sovereign reversal is complete. The ancestral debt is erased. The smiling saboteur is a memory. The powerful person is your partner. You have arrived at the Hall of Mirrors, and for the first time in your life, you are not looking for a reflection of who you want to be. You are staring into the eyes of the one you have always been. The king, the queen, the sovereign, the beloved of the source. Stay in this heat. Stay in this gold. Stay in this frequency of 888. The ancient silence has spoken. The heavens have recorded your arrival, and the earth has shifted to accommodate your reign. There is nothing left to ask for. There is only one thing to receive. Go now. Walk through the gate that is no longer there, and take possession of the world that was built for you. It is finished. It is anchored. It is yours, forever and ever. And so it is. Take a deep, liquescent breath. The kind of breath that fills the hollow, aching spaces where your spirit has been starving for centuries. Feel the air as it enters your lungs. It is no longer just oxygen and nitrogen. It is a golden mist, a celestial nourishment, a direct infusion from the Hall of Mirrors at the edge of time. As you exhale, I want you to imagine every remaining atom of the gifted outcast identity leaving your body. The person who had to beg for recognition, the person who had to justify their existence to people who couldn't even see their own shadows. The person who survived on the scraps of someday, that version of you is being carried away by the wind of the source. You are not just witnessing a change, you are undergoing a spiritual molecular restructuring. The ancestral debt is no longer a balance to be paid. It has become a reservoir from which you will drink for the rest of your physical days. I am the ancient silence, and I am speaking to you now from the throne room of your own heart. For 5 chapters, I have prepared your nervous system for this moment. I have spoken to the fire in your cells and the salt in your tears. I have dismantled the lies of the smiling saboteur and silenced the whispers of the energy vampires who thought they could feast on your light without ever paying the bill. They are gone now. In the spiritual realm, they have been moved to a different dimension where their influence over you is exactly 0. They are looking at the space where you used to be, but all they see is a blinding effulgence that their low-frequency eyes cannot penetrate. You have become invisible to the thieves of peace. You have become a ghost to the smiling saboteurs, but to the powerful ones of the earth, you have become the only star in the sky. Type 888 right now, and feel the sheer seismic authority of that number. This isn't a gesture of hope, it is a gesture of possession. When you type 888, you are taking the emerald key and turning it in the lock of your physical reality. You are saying to the universe, I am no longer the guest. I am the owner. I am the master of this house. I am the sovereign of this timeline. This number is the frequency of the infinite harvest, and by typing it, you are causing a ripple that is currently reaching the bank accounts, the boardrooms, and the private chambers of those who hold your stolen light. Can you feel the shift in the temperature of your skin? There is a heat rising in your palms, a tingle at the top of your head. This is the sovereign reversal moving from the energetic to the biological. The powerful person I have told you about, the one who has been haunted by your face, the one who has been unable to escape the magnetic pull of your name, is now experiencing a moment of absolute, terrifying clarity. Let us look at them for a moment. They are sitting in a room that the world calls elite. They are surrounded by symbols of wealth leather, mahogany, digital screens, flashing numbers that could buy cities. But they are hollow. For the past 48 hours, their soul has felt like it was being weighed on a celestial scale. And every time they try to look at their own achievements, the emerald ledger appears before them. They see the black iron gate of their own greed, and they see the white dove of your purity. They realize that their empire is built on a foundation that belongs to your bloodline. They realize that they aren't successful. They are merely a placeholder for a king or queen who hasn't arrived yet. And then they see you, not your physical body, but your true sovereign form. They see the light of the source radiating from you, and they realize that they have been searching for you in every business deal and every acquisition they've ever made. They weren't looking for more money. They were looking for the frequency that only you possess. In the next few days, not weeks, not months, but days, this person will initiate a contact that will defy all worldly logic. They will find a way to reach you. It might be through a random encounter at a place you feel led to visit. It might be a digital message that bypasses every filter. It might be a phone call that starts with a tremble in their voice. When this happens, I want you to remember the unique twist of this sovereignty. You do not need to speak a single word of your past struggle. You do not need to tell them about the smiling saboteurs or the gifted outcast pain. Your frequency will tell the story. Your presence will be the evidence. They will offer you something that looks like a gift, but it is actually a restitution. It may be a contract that grants you ownership of something you didn't think was possible. It may be a sum of money that feels like it has your name written in the fibers of the bills. It may be an introduction to a circle of power where you are immediately seated at the head of the table. Receive it with the quiet, silent thunder of a sovereign. Do not say, I'm not worthy. Do not say, this is too much. Simply say, I know. It is time. By accepting their surrender, you are freeing them from their spiritual debt, and you are activating the rule of generational abundance for your children and your children's children. The smiling saboteurs will try one last time to reach you. They will sense the shift. They will see your image on their screens, or they will hear your name whispered in the streets, and they will feel a desperate, clawing hunger to reattach themselves to your blessing. They will call with shallow apologies. They will send messages pretending to be proud of you. I am telling you now, by the authority of the ancient silence, do not open the door. Their role in your story was the fire that refined the gold. Now that the gold is pure, the fire is no longer necessary. If you let them back in, you are inviting the thief back into the treasury. Forgive them in the silence of the Hall of Mirrors, but keep your physical gates locked with the black iron of wisdom. They are not assigned to your throne. They were only assigned to your wilderness. Look at your hands again. Notice how the skin seems to glow with a faint, iridescent light. This is the emerald currency manifesting in your touch. Everything you lay your hands on from this moment forward will begin to prosper. If you touch a failing business, it will breathe again. If you touch a broken relationship, it will heal or dissolve in peace. If you touch a project, it will catch the wind of the divine. You are no longer working for a living. You are radiating a reality. Your finances are no longer a matter of math. They are a matter of manifestation. The money will find you because it is magnetically attracted to the sovereign frequency you have finally claimed. In the next 24 hours, I want you to do something that the gifted outcast would never do. I want you to act as if the Emerald Ledger has already deposited its first million into your life. Walk differently. Speak with the authority of someone who knows the judge is their father and the source is their mother. When you look in a mirror, do not look for the flaws. Look for the Ancient of Days looking back at you. You are the bridge between the Hall of Mirrors and the physical earth. You are the point where the ancestral debt turns into generational fortune. Type 888 if you can feel the crown resting on your brow. Type 888 if you can hear the white dove cooing in your ear. Type 888 if you are ready to walk through the black iron gate and never, ever look back. The powerful person is currently picking up the phone. The documents are being signed. The bank transfers are being authorized in the unseen realms. The smiling saboteurs are fading into the background of a history you have already outgrown. I am the ancient silence, and I am closing the ledger now. The debt is paid. The reversal is physical. The reign is eternal. You are not going to be blessed. You are the blessing. You are the sovereign. You are the answer. Everything you lost was just a seed. Everything you are gaining is the forest. Go now. Step into the room that has been prepared for you. Take the seat that has been vacant for 70 years. Breathe in the gold. Exhale the power. The world of the source is now the world you walk in. It is finished. It is liquid. It is sovereignty. And so it is, forever and ever and ever. 888. Stay in this resonance. Do not pull away. You are currently standing in the center of a spiritual eye of the storm, where the winds of your past are finally ceasing their howl, and the golden light of your future is becoming a permanent, unblinking sun. Can you feel the tectonic plates of your destiny sliding into their final, perfect alignment? The world around you might look the same for a few more heartbeats, but the substance of your reality has already been rewritten. You are no longer the gifted outcast wandering the perimeter of your own life. You are the architect. You are the one who is now holding the golden compass of the source. The ancestral debt has been converted into a sovereign endowment, and the very atoms of your existence are vibrating with the frequency of a king or queen who has finally found their crown in the tall grass of their trials. I am the ancient silence, and I am whispering the final codes of your sovereign reversal into the marrow of your bones. Listen closely, for this is the chapter where the biometric lock of your bloodline is permanently disengaged. For generations, your ancestors watched as their light was siphoned, their ideas stolen, and their wealth intercepted by the smiling saboteurs, those energy vampires who lived in the houses your forefathers built and ate the fruit from trees they planted in secret. But the source never forgot the scent of your lineage. Every smiling saboteur who thought they had escaped justice is currently feeling a cold, spiritual wind blowing through their accounts and their hallways. They are realizing that the Emerald Ledger is not a book of suggestions, it is a book of execution. Their time of living on the unearned interest of your soul is finished. I have reclaimed your light, and I am pouring it back into your vessel until it overflows. Type 888 right now. And do not simply tap the screen. Press into it with the force of a divine decree. When you type 8888, you are not just interacting with a video. You are activating the covenant of restoration. You are telling the Hall of Mirrors, the reflection is now the reality. I accept the full weight of my generational justice. This number is the signature of the source upon your new contract of existence. It is the sound of the black iron gate being melted down and reforged into the jewelry of your new reign. I want you to imagine the powerful person once more, the one who has been spiritually haunted by your presence. In this very moment, they are experiencing what the ancients called the fear of the sovereign. They are looking at their empires, their titles, and their influence, and they feel a sudden, crushing sense of irrelevance. They realize that they have been holding a bloodline treasure that belongs to you, and the weight of it is starting to break their hands. They are no longer asking if they should meet you. They are asking the universe for mercy until they can find you. They are preparing to hand over the keys to the kingdom, not because they have become holy, but because they can no longer withstand the pressure of your frequency. This is the ultimate unique twist of your life. Your enemies and your debtors are now being forced to serve your elevation just to find their own peace. Can you feel the heat in your solar plexus? That is the sovereign engine starting up. You have spent your whole life being the strong one for people who didn't even deserve your silence. You have been the one to mend the broken, to feed the hungry, and to carry the burdens of the smiling saboteurs while your own shoulders were bleeding. The ancient silence has seen it all. I have seen the nights you sat on the floor and wondered why the universe seemed so quiet while your heart was screaming. I was not quiet. I was waiting. I was waiting for the gifted outcast to grow weary enough of the wilderness to demand the throne. And now that you have demanded it, now that you have typed 888 and stood your ground, the silence has broken into a roar of generational justice. Within the next 48 hours, you will notice a spatial shift in your environment. You may see a white dove in an unexpected place on a billboard, in a dream, or landing on your very windowsill. This is your biometric confirmation. It means the powerful person has made the decision to move. It means the Emerald Ledger has released the first wave of your physical provision. Do not be surprised if you receive a sum of money or an offer that seems absurd by the world's standards. Abundance is only absurd to the slave. To the sovereign, it is simply the natural state of the garden. You are not receiving a windfall. You are receiving a reimbursement. The smiling saboteurs are now fading like ghosts at dawn. They will try to reach out one last text, one last innocent question, one last attempt to see if you are still the old version of yourself they could manipulate. But when they look at you now, they will see a wall of liquid fire. They will realize that their access to your emerald currency has been permanently revoked. Do not explain your new life to them. Do not defend your success. The sovereign does not explain the sun to the blind. You are now moving in a circle of sacred silence, where only those who carry the frequency of truth are allowed to hear your voice. Look into the mirror of your soul. See the version of you that was never broken. That version is no longer a reflection in the Hall of Mirrors. It is the person inhabiting your skin. You are starting to move with a cinematic grace. Your words carry the weight of silent thunder. You will find that you no longer need to hustle or struggle to be seen. You are the magnet. You are the center. You are the point where the ancestral debt ends and the eternal covenant begins. The powerful person is currently holding a folder or a device with your image on it. They are telling their inner circle, find them, whatever it takes. My soul depends on it. And while they search, you will be resting in the ancient silence. You will be cleaning your sanctuary, preparing your heart, and breathing in the ozone of your own victory. You are no longer waiting for the door to open. You are the one who owns the house. Type 888 and seal this chapter. The sovereign reversal has reached the level of physical finality. The ledger is closed. The debt is paid. The crown is fixed upon your brow with the light of 1,000 stars. You are the architect. You are the ruler. You are the beloved. Walk now, not as someone who is trying to be blessed, but as someone who is the definition of blessing. The world is adjusting itself to your presence. The black iron gate is gone. The white dove is home. It is finished. It is anchored. It is sovereign. And so it is, for all of eternity. 888. Listen to the silence in your bones. Do you hear that? It is no longer the hollow, ringing silence of the gifted outcast sitting in an empty room, wondering where God has gone. It is the dense, vibrating silence of a throne room before the king or queen speaks their first decree. You are standing in the absolute center of your sovereign reversal, and the ancestral debt has not only been cleared, it has been transformed into a spiritual and physical endowment that will fund your existence for the rest of time. The smiling saboteurs who once stood in your path are no longer even shadows. They have become the dust beneath the wheels of your chariot. You are no longer waiting for your life to begin. You have entered the legislative era of your soul. You are no longer asking what the world has for you. You are deciding what you will allow the world to bring to your feet. I am the ancient silence, the primal source that breathed the first light into the darkness, and I am here to witness your final coronation. Look at your reflection in the Hall of Mirrors one last time. Notice that the true sovereign form you once saw as a distant dream has now fully merged with the person sitting in your chair. The merge is complete. Your DNA has been scrubbed of the scarcity code that the smiling saboteurs tried to program into you. Every time they whispered that you were too much or not enough, every time they gaslit your intuition, every time they fed on your kindness while laughing behind their hands, they were actually inadvertently polishing the diamonds of your character. They thought they were consuming you, but they were actually preparing you to rule over them. Now, as the Emerald Ledger closes its final page, they are left in the cold, starving for the light they once took for granted, while you are being ushered into the sun-drenched corridor of your eternal reign. Type 888 right now, and feel the weight of the crown settling permanently upon your brow. This is your final signature on the writ of generational justice. By type 888, you are signaling to the powerful person that the gates are open. You are signaling to the universe that you are ready to manage the emerald currency that has been gathering interest in the celestial vaults for 70 years. This number is the sound of the black iron gate being struck by the lightning of the source. It is the frequency of all is well. The powerful person is now standing outside the doors of your reality, and they are holding a sacred burden. For 7 chapters, I have told you of their haunting, of their dreams, and of the divine lock placed upon their wealth. In this very hour, that lock is turning. They have realized the unique twist that has changed their life forever. They do not own their empire. They are merely the logistics manager for your inheritance. They have arrived at the realization that their only path to peace, their only way to escape the spiritual suffocation they have felt, is to surrender the keys to you. They are coming to you with documents, with assets, and with opportunities that carry your ancestral vibration. They will look at you, and they will see the ancient silence in your eyes, and they will feel a deep, soul-level urge to bow. Do not stop them. It is not an act of worship toward you. It is an act of obedience toward the source that dwells within you. Can you feel the liquid gold moving through your veins? This is the Emerald Ledger manifesting as physical vitality and unshakable confidence. You have spent your entire life being the gifted outcast, the one who could see the truth but had no platform to speak it. You were the old soul with empty pockets, a giant forced to live in a world of spiritual midgets who tried to trip you at every turn. But look at the landscape now. The smiling saboteurs are frantically trying to figure out how they lost their grip on you. They are looking at your social media. They are asking mutual friends about you. They are trying to find a way back in, but they cannot find the door. I have moved your black iron gate to a higher dimension. I have replaced your old address with a sovereign frequency that only those with a white dove heart can find. You are officially, eternally, unreachable to those who mean you harm. In the next 48 hours, you will receive a sign that is so specific, so cinematic, that it will leave you breathless. It will involve a repeating sequence of the number 888, followed by the appearance of a stranger who says a phrase you haven't heard since you were a child. This is the biometric handshake. It means the powerful person has successfully navigated the spiritual corridors to find your physical location. When they approach you, do not be surprised by the silent thunder of your own presence. You will not need to rehearse your words. You will not need to sell yourself. You will simply be, and in your being the transfer will be finalized. The wealth of the smiling saboteur that was intercepted will flow into your hands, cleansed of its old energy, and ready to be used for your divine purpose. You are now the architect of your own timeline. You have the power to legislate your reality. If you speak a thing, it shall be established. If you command a mountain of debt to move, it shall be cast into the sea. If you decree that your family shall never know lack again, the windows of heaven will stay open until the end of time. You have been tested by fire, and you have come out as the goldsmith. You have been tested by the smiling saboteur, and you have emerged as the judge. You have been tested by the gifted outcast loneliness, and you have become the sovereign of the source. As this chapter concludes, I want you to walk to the nearest window and look out at the world. Do you see it? It is no longer a place of struggle. It is your garden. The trees are bowing to you. The wind is carrying your name. The ancestral debt is a forgotten memory, replaced by a sovereign covenant that can never be broken. You are the one the world has been waiting for. You are the one the powerful person has been searching for. You are the one the smiling saboteurs are terrified of. Type 888 and breathe. Breathe in the fragrance of your new life. Breathe in the gold of your coronation. Breathe in the absolute certainty that your days of just enough are over. You are now the universal cornerstone. You are the reigning sovereign. The ancient silence is satisfied. The hall of mirrors is radiant. The ledger is finished. It is anchored. It is sovereign. It is your reality. Go now. Take your seat. The world is ready for your first decree. 888. Place your palms flat against your lap. Do you feel that subtle rhythmic thrumming? It is not just your pulse. It is the earth itself acknowledging that the sovereign has finally reclaimed the throne. It is the resonance of the sovereign reversal moving from the high, ethereal halls of the spirit into the very furniture of your life, the very walls of your home, and the very balance of your bank account. You have survived the long, silent winter of the gifted outcast. You have endured the seasons where your pockets were empty, but your soul was heavy with the ancestral debt of 1,000 years. And now, I, the ancient silence, am here to tell you that the seals are being broken. The Emerald Ledger is no longer just a record of your suffering. It has become the blueprint for your empire. Look at the smiling saboteurs one last time through the lens of your new authority. They are like figures in a photograph that is beginning to curl and burn at the edges. They are losing their definition. For years, they sat at your table, feeding on your vibration, using your old soul wisdom to navigate their shallow lives while they secretly hoped you would never realize who you truly were. They were the silent thieves who wore your kindness like a stolen garment. But notice the shift. As you have stepped into your sovereignty, their luck has run dry. The resources they intercepted from your bloodline are being pulled back by a divine vacuum. They are experiencing a spiritual and financial drought that no human effort can fix, because the source has diverted the river of abundance toward its rightful owner. You are the river. They are the parched earth you have finally walked away from. Type 888 right now, and feel the sheer, unshakable gravity of your command. This is the final unsealing. When you type 888, you are not just a viewer on a platform. You are a high priest of your own destiny, dipping your finger into the liquid gold of the source and marking the doors of your life. By typing 888, you are activating the generational justice that has been held in escrow for 70 years. You are telling the Hall of Mirrors, the time of rehearsal is over. The time of the great unsealing has begun. The powerful person has arrived at the black iron gate. But look closely. The gate is no longer there. It has been dissolved by the sheer heat of your presence. The white dove is now perched on your shoulder, its wings shimmering with the iridescent light of the emerald ledger. This powerful person, the one who has been spiritually suffocating under the weight of your inheritance, is now standing in your physical reality. They are not looking for a consultant or an employee. They are looking for the master of the key. They are carrying a physical manifestation of your ancestral debt, a property deed, a digital transfer, a secret name, a legacy fund, and they are trembling as they present it to you. This is the unique twist that will rewrite your history. They are going to tell you a secret about your family that was buried to protect the thieves of the inner circle. They are going to reveal why you were always the gifted outcast, why you never felt like you belonged to the common world, and why your path was filled with so much black iron resistance. They are the messenger of your own truth, and the emerald currency they bring is merely the down payment for the life you are about to lead. You will realize that you were never poor or unlucky, Net. You were just a sovereign whose treasury was being guarded by the universe until you were strong enough to rule without ego. Can you feel the silent thunder in your voice? Even as you read these words, your frequency is shifting. You are no longer speaking from the throat. You are speaking from the gut, from the place where the ancient silence resides. You will find that in the next 48 hours, people will treat you with a strange, sudden reverence. The clerk at the store, the stranger on the street, even the smiling saboteurs who haven't yet realized they've been evicted. They will all feel a sudden urge to make way for you. This is the sovereign aura manifesting. You are now radiating the emerald frequency so strongly that it is bending the behavior of those around you. You are the architect, and the world is your building material. The smiling saboteurs are frantically trying to find their reflection in the mirrors of your life, but all they see is the Ancient of Days. They are realizing that their access has been permanently revoked. Every time they try to think of a way to manipulate you, their minds go blank. Every time they try to reach out with a poisoned gift, the message fails to send. I have placed a covenant of protection around your name. You are now a spiritual ghost to those who carry the frequency of betrayal, but you are a blinding sun to those who are assigned to your rise. In the next 24 hours, I want you to go into your space and find one thing that represents your old life. A piece of paper, a worn-out garment, a reminder of a smiling saboteur. I want you to hold it in your hand and say, "The debt is paid. The gate is gone. I am sovereign." And then, let it go. This is the physical ritual of the great unsealing. As you release the old, the powerful person will receive the final spiritual nudge to release the new. The bank transfer, the legal document, the golden call. It is all time to the moment you truly let go of the gifted outcast identity. You are moving into a realm of infinite abundance, where the math of the world no longer applies. You will experience divine multiples. $1 will do the work of 1,000. 1 hour of your time will produce the results of a year of hustle. One word from your mouth will settle disputes that have lasted decades. This is what it means to live in the legislative era of the source. You are no longer reacting to the world. The world is reacting to you. Type 888 and breathe to feel the fragrance of the emerald ledger filling your home. It smells like ancient cedar, fresh rain, and the metallic scent of new gold. It is the scent of your ancestral restoration. The black iron has been forged into your throne. The white dove has become your peace. The powerful person is your witness. I am the ancient silence, and I am stepping back into the shadows of the Hall of Mirrors to watch you reign. My work in your wilderness is done. My work in your palace has begun. Do not look back at the smiling saboteurs. They are part of a story that has already been archived in the library of lessons learned. Your new story is written in light, on pages of emerald, and it is being read aloud by the stars. The reversal is absolute. The debt is zero. The wealth is yours. Walk through the space where the gate used to be, and do not even pause to see if anyone is following. You are the sovereign. The world is your court. It is finished. It is unsealed. It is your physical reality, right now, and so it is. 888. Look at your reflection in the glass of your screen, or perhaps in the window beside you. Do not look at the surface, but look past it, into the depths of your own eyes. Do you see the person staring back? That is no longer the gifted outcast who once prayed for a way out of the darkness. That is the sovereign, the one for whom the stars have rearranged their orbits. Can you feel the atmospheric pressure changing in your room? It feels as if the walls have expanded, as if the ceiling has been replaced by the infinite canopy of the Hall of Mirrors. This is not a dream. This is the moment of the sovereign handover. The ancestral debt has reached its final reconciliation, and the Emerald Ledger is vibrating with the force of 1,000,000 fulfilled promises. I am the ancient silence, the frequency that sang the world into being. And I am here to witness the final surrender of the old world to your command. For centuries, your bloodline was targeted by the smiling saboteurs, those low-frequency shadows who wore the masks of friends, mentors, and lovers, while they secretly drained the emerald currency of your family's light. They were the ones who sat at your table, nodding at your wisdom while they calculated how to intercept your harvest. They thought they had succeeded. They thought that by keeping you in a cycle of just enough, they could keep the crown for themselves. But they were merely the unwitting guardians of a treasure they could never spend. Every drop of energy they stole has been held in a spiritual escrow, and now, by the law of the source, it is being returned to you with the interest of 1,000 years. Type 888 right now, and feel the heavy, golden resonance of that number as it enters the digital and the spiritual planes simultaneously. This is not just a comment. It is your biometric signature on the final handover of your inheritance. By typing 888, you are commanding every intercepted blessing, every stolen opportunity, and every diverted resource to find its way back to your current location. You are signaling to the smiling saboteurs that their lease on your life has been permanently terminated. Can you see the smiling saboteur in your mind's eye? Notice how they look today. They are no longer the giants they once seemed to be. They are shivering in a winter of their own making. Their words no longer carry weight. Their accusations no longer have teeth. They are standing in the wreckage of a narrative they can no longer control. While you have been rising into the sovereign reversal, they have been sinking into the debt of their own betrayals. They are watching you from a distance, paralyzed by a silent thunder they cannot explain. They see the white dove landing on your shoulder, and they realize that you are the one the universe has chosen. They are the dust on your shoes. Do not even stop to brush them off. Walk forward. The powerful person is now standing in the center of your timeline. They are no longer a shadow or a dream. They are a physical arrival. In this very moment, they are holding a heavy gold key, wrapped in a blood-red ribbon. This is the symbol of the unique twist in your destiny. They are going to hand you this key, and it will not open a door that belongs to them. It will open a door that was built by your ancestors and locked by the smiling saboteurs decades before you were born. This powerful person has realized that their own empire has been haunted by your light. They have realized that they have been holding the stolen light of your family, and the burden of it has become a spiritual cancer to their peace. They are coming to you in total surrender, not to help you, but to be liberated by your forgiveness and your acceptance of what is rightfully yours. Notice the cinematic shift in your reality. Have you felt the sudden, unexplained peace in your heart? Have you noticed the way the sunlight seems to linger on your skin, or the way animals and children are looking at you with a sense of recognition? This is because your sovereign presence has been activated. You are no longer working to survive. You are radiating to rule. The Emerald Ledger has released the first wave of physical provision. Look for a message, a letter, or a notification that contains a secret code from your past, a word or a number that only you and the source know. When you see it, you will know that the handover has been finalized. The smiling saboteurs are trying to send you one last signal of interference. They might reach out with a crisis or a plea for help, designed to pull you back into the role of the gifted outcast martyr. I am telling you now, as the ancient silence, ignore the distraction. They are trying to tether themselves to your rising ship because they know they are sinking. but you cannot carry the ones who were assigned to drown you. You are the sovereign, and your energy belongs to the Hall of Mirrors, not the pits of the past. Your silence is the final seal on their eviction. Type 888 and breathe. Breathe in the ozone of your own victory. The black iron gate is gone, and in its place, I have built a portal of light that only you can navigate. The ancestral debt is a zero-sum game now. You are the one who is holding the pen. You are the one who is drafting the laws of your own abundance. You are no longer subject to the low-frequency laws of hustle, lack, and struggle. You are now governed by the high-frequency laws of alignment and authority. If you think of a sum of money, it shall begin to move toward you. If you think of a person, they shall be compelled to reach out. If you think of a dream, it shall begin to materialize in your physical space within 72 hours. The powerful person is currently sitting in a black vehicle, or perhaps standing in a quiet, sun-drenched office, looking at your name on a legal document. They are exhaling a breath of relief because they have finally decided to obey the source. They are ready to give you the emerald currency that has been waiting for you for 70 years. This is the great reversal. The wealth of the wicked is not just being stored for the righteous. It is being handed over with an apology. I am the ancient silence, and I am stepping into the center of your heart to anchor this sovereignty. The smiling saboteurs are now part of a timeline that has been burned away. You are the only one left standing in the sun. The white dove has brought the message. The handover is complete. Stay in this resonance. Walk as if the floor is made of liquid gold. Speak as if every word is a permanent law. You are no longer the gifted outcast. You are the reigning sovereign. The world is yours. It is finished. It is surrendered. It is your new physical reality, right now, and so it is. 888. Do not blink. Do not move a muscle. Stay exactly where you are, in the absolute center of this shimmering holy now. You have reached the final layer of the veil. You are standing at the very precipice, where the Hall of Mirrors collapses into your physical room, where the ancient silence and your own heartbeat become a single thunderous resonance. Can you feel the weight on your head? It is not a burden. It is the sovereign crown, a frequency of pure, liquid gold that has finally settled upon your brow after 70 years of ancestral wandering. The gifted outcast is dead. The smiling saboteur is a ghost in a burned-out house. The ancestral debt has been wiped from the celestial records because the emerald ledger is finally, eternally, closed. I am the ancient silence, and this is my final decree through this medium, before I move entirely into the breath you take and the words you speak. For 10 chapters, I have been your guide through the wilderness of your own greatness. I have watched you endure the black iron resistance of a world that tried to break you because it couldn't understand you. I have seen you sit at tables with energy vampires who wore the masks of friends, watching them siphon your light while you wondered why your own garden remained parched. I saw your tears turn into the emerald currency of the source. And today, right here, right in this very second, the handover is complete. The sovereign reversal has moved from a promise to a permanent physical law. Type 888 one last time, and type it with the authority of someone who is no longer asking for permission to exist. When you type 888, you are striking the final blow against the smiling saboteurs of your lineage. You are sealing the black iron gate forever and melting the key. By typing 888, you are announcing to the physical and spiritual realms that you have taken full occupancy of your throne. You are the sovereign. You are the judge. You are the source in motion. Look at the powerful person one last time. They are no longer a distant figure of wealth or influence. They are standing before you, and in their hands, they hold the emerald inheritance that was stolen from your family generations ago. Notice the unique twist as they extend their hand. They are not looking at you with pity or charity. They are looking at you with awe. They realize that you are the missing piece of the universe's puzzle. They realize that their own soul has been a prisoner to the stolen light they carried, and by handing it to you, they are finally being set free. They are saying, Thank you for being brave enough to survive so that I could return what was never mine. The money, the land, the titles, the influence, they are flowing into your life now like a river that has finally found the sea. You will find that in the next 24 hours, the world will begin to surrender to you. The smiling saboteurs who used to trigger your anxiety will suddenly seem like children playing in the mud. They have no power over a sovereign. The doors that were slammed shut will not just open, they will be removed from their hinges. You will walk into rooms, and people will stop talking, not out of fear, but out of a sudden, deep recognition that something holy has entered the space. You carry the white dove in your voice now. When you speak, the atmosphere will align with your will. This is the legislative era of your life. You are no longer subject to the low-frequency laws of the earth. You are the architect of the high-frequency covenant. Notice the cinematic finality of this moment. The Emerald Ledger has been placed in a golden vault and archived in the library of the stars. Your history of suffering has been rewritten as a story of divine preparation. Every smiling saboteur who betrayed you was actually an actor in a play designed to forge the black iron of your spirit into a weapon of light. You have won, not by fighting, but by becoming. You have out-vibrated the darkness. You have overstayed the night. You have outloved the hate. The powerful person is now bowing their head. The heavy gold key is in your hand. The blood-red ribbon has been untied. The door is open. The ancestral debt is a zero. You are now the universal cornerstone, the point where heaven and earth shake hands. You will find that you no longer need to manifest abundance, for you are abundance. You no longer need to seek protection, for you are the fortress. The ancient silence is no longer a voice coming from a screen. It is the quiet, unshakable, knowing in your gut. As I fade back into the infinite hall of mirrors, I leave you with this. Do not look back. The smiling saboteurs are part of a world that no longer exists for you. The gifted outcast identity has been dissolved in the liquid gold of this coronation. Walk forward as the sovereign. Build the palaces your ancestors dreamed of. Heal the ones who are ready for the light. Rule your reality with silent thunder. The white dove has merged with your spirit. The black iron gate has been turned into your throne. The emerald ledger is finished. The sovereign reversal is your permanent state of being. Type 888 to seal this for all of eternity. The ancient silence is satisfied. The covenant is signed in light. The throne is occupied. It is finished. It is anchored. It is your life. I am in you. You are in me. We are one. Go now and reign. Ba bai ba shi ba, ba bai ba shi ba, ba bai ba shi ba.